We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Short Box. I am Brimstone with my amazing co-host in the Horseman hat, Ginger Jesus. The Ginger Wolverine, Ginger Jesus. See, that's how out of it I am, dude. That's how much I am just like, I just want to play WoW right now. I just want to go back. I want to finish what I'm doing.
You can call me Ginger Jesus. That's fine.
No, there is a Ginger Jesus. He works for Geeks and Gamers. He actually looks like Jesus with red hair. And in the chat, we got Bo. Battle Beast is arriving on Tuesday for me. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And finally, a writer from Ginger Wolverine here. How are you liking? How'd you like that for 6 issues?
Dude, he's one of my new favorites now. Probably.
You get hooked after that. It's like, what's going on? Like, even after he beats the crap out of the Guardians of the Globe, that AI, though, on the ship is hilarious.
Yeah, that AI has attitude.
That AI has attitude, and I love the Prince. He's like, well, what are you going to do if he comes back and realizes you tried to set him up? I never thought of that.
I like that they have. I don't know if you noticed, but I like the Star Trek little kind of like
in the second issue where Battle Beast cuts that thing open.
Yeah.
He just cut it open. He eviscerated it. He stabbed his sword in and jumped down on it.
Yeah, and then also the Colossus and Juggernaut. Those names. I thought that was obvious, a clear like X-Men.
They have little nods to the mainstream comics, but Kirkman especially seems to be able to very much do his own thing.
Yeah.
And that's awesome to see, because like everybody, he's just a Superman, he's just this, he's just that. And I'm like, Omni-Man is so much more than a Superman character. So is an Invincible. Look, they were sent here from a dying planet. No, they were sent there to fucking conquer and basically prep the world. And if you didn't agree with them, they destroy and kill everybody. There was nothing you could do to stop them. And now do you see also what I was talking about with the difference between Omni-Man in the show and Omni-Man in the comics?
Yeah.
His power, like, they really turned Omni-Man into a much less threat in general than they did in the show. Like, Omni-Man in the show is not that big of a threat compared to Omni-Man in the comics.
Yeah. I don't know far enough. I've only gone 20 pages in Invincible. It's funny because literally not even a week ago, I said I probably will likely never read Invincible, and here I am.
And after you read the end of Invincible, after you read that last page, and I'm like, he's going to start reading Invincible after that. I just know it, because he's going to want to know more about those two characters. He's going to want to see how Battle Beast ends. He's going to want to read that fight. Apparently,
story. It's an Invincible.
Yeah, Battle Beast sending, like, okay. So the thing with Battle Beast's story is literally this arc is self-contained. No character, Battle Beast cannot die in these issues, because his death is already done in Invincible. This series covers where he was after he left the Guardians of the Globe to when he reappears on the Viltrumite ship in the prison. And now we're seeing how he got there. Now, I have some theories. I haven't been making a video because I've been mildly obsessed with World of Warcraft. Leave me alone. I've been playing it for almost over 20 years. It's my winter hibernation game. I don't have anything to play. Nothing is good. It's too dark outside, and I don't want to go near human beings. So that's what happens. In Battle Beast's story, he fought in the Viltrumite Wars. Like, I haven't read the issues, but I know Conquest fight between Invincible and Conquest is like 5 issues long. It is that brutal of a fight. Like, in the show, it's like 3 minutes. Yay! They fight a little. Mark breaks his hands and he has a temper tantrum. Which, they made Mark so immature compared to the comic books.
Yeah.
Like, even as he's working, he's a relatively well-adjusted person in the comic books. In the show, he's just an immature twat.
Yeah. The next thing that I have my eye on for the Invincible universe is Wolfman. I've heard good things about it, but I don't know anything about it, so
I don't know anything about it either. I got capes on order. I got capes on order, and Battle Beast doesn't pick up again till March, so I'll probably pick that back up either right before or right after I get back from MegaCon, whichever day it comes out. I ordered capes, and actually, I was really excited for one of the comics this week. Is Gargoyles, like the Gargoyles series reading on Demona, is having a special one-off Christmas issue with Brooklyn and Bronx. And I got to show you this. This will segue nicely into our first topic of, the comics I'll be getting in the next couple weeks. I really have to cut back on the comics because I'm not short MegaCon. I have enough to cover everything, but I don't have everything to cover in my comfort zone, if that makes sense. Like if something comes up, if I need more money for something or something like that. So I'm really got to talk to my comic shop. I'm like, look, I need a favor. I need you to keep my orders, but I won't be picking them up till like March after December. End of March, beginning of April, I will be in. I will lay down large sums of money for you, but I can't pick up anything before then. It's an extra $130 a month. It's like an extra $70 a month if I cut out the Rippaverse books. But I can't cut out the Rippaverse books. I can't. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
They announced on freaking Twitter or X about the Black Eyed Club and the Cursed is on sale. Before I could even finish the first sentence, I was clicking and opening tabs to buy the books. I was the first order for each of those books. And I didn't get the expensive covers because I honestly didn't have the money. I ordered the $15 covers, and then I had the shipping and everything. And I'm like, well, there goes my Black Friday money. Totally worth it. Like I said, I wanted to get the Invincible Ultimates. Yeah. So, but no, where is this? Okay, so, all right. So we're going to start off with the lovely, normal weekly pull list.
All right.
So this is my weekly pull list, and these are actually comics that are worth getting and worth reading. So we've got Batman, Green Arrow, The Question, Arcadia. Apparently, it's Batman, The Question, and Green Arrow taking down a human trafficking ring. That's fantastic. And especially, it's not Renee Montoya Question, it's Vic Sage Question. It's the original Question, which is fantastic. That means we're going to get some good detective stuff. We're going to, like, the Batman, like, the Question's detective skills are on par with Batman's. Batman just has resources.
Yeah.
So he actually sends the Question in to infiltrate and do things because he can look like he can disguise himself really well. And he sends in Questions as like a scout and stuff like that. So we got that coming out. Absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait to read this. Punisher Devil Trigger. The Punisher, Daredevil Punisher Devil's Trigger. This actually looks really interesting.
I hope it's good.
I don't know. It's only, how many issues? It's only 4 issues.
4 issues.
It's probably going to be a short run. I like I said, I don't do really long comic runs.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's just too much. Like, I don't want to, like, Spider-Man Ultimate was the longest one I've done, and that's 2 years, and it's ending. And I'm honestly happy it is. Well, I'm not happy it is. But at the same time, at least they can't, go forward and fuck it up like they probably would.
And that was one of the reasons why I avoided Invincible for so long.
Invincible is done. The series is done and over with. Yeah. So you can do a little bit more with Invincible. And then I have the Punisher Marvel Knights. This has been really good. Holy shit. If this is the guy doing the same guy, Jimmy Pamela, I can't even pronounce his name. Jimmy here is writing it. Now, normally I never heard of the guy, but I did read the first issue of Marvel Knights, The World Become the Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
And I was honestly really. Frank wakes up, he's got amnesia, and just starts doing Punisher things. No mercy bullets, none. He just starts killing. So
Yeah.
Punisher being Punisher. And this is actually a really good run. This is one of the few mainstream comics I can recommend.
You know, I'm actually really surprised that they've been giving some love to the Punisher because they have not been nice to him the last.
No, they have done well. They're doing their best to backtrack, and unfortunately, I think we've reached the point where damage done. Like, if this is why here at the Short Box, this is why I celebrate people reading comics. I don't care what new it is or old or whatever. Reading comics is great. It's a great version of escape. You get a good read for about 30 minutes, a good chuckle out of some books, and then you move along. But reading comics is where it's at because that's what's going to keep the comic industry alive.
I kind of wonder what's the name of the guy that who created Punisher? I forget his name. But I wonder how he felt when they did that to him.
I don't know.
But I didn't know he was still alive. What is his name? I can't remember. But
believe it or not, I don't know either.
I'm glad he's back for sure. They're doing good with him. So
I have been so tempted to. He was created by Jerry Conway.
There we go, Jerry Conway. Yeah.
So yeah, I really like this run. I can't recommend this run enough. It's solid. Bo says Bo says your mic's a little low.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's coming through clear on my end, dude. Maybe I gotta boost up mine a little bit. I'm just trying not to redline it.
Let's see. I don't know if I can even do anything.
It's all right, dude. And lastly, next week, of course, I have Nemesis Forever and this Phantom Run. I cannot hype this Phantom Run enough. This Phantom Run is phenomenal.
I want to read it.
It's $5 a book. It's done by a more independent publisher. It has a Canaan White cover.
Yeah.
And you gotta get the Canaan White.
Is there anything? I don't know anything about the Phantom. Is there anything that you would want?
Have you ever seen the Phantom movie with Billy Zane?
No.
All right, it's a basic pulp comic. It's a guy in a suit. It's heavily influenced Batman. It's one of the characters that help influence Batman. It's all about a guy. It's about a guy who is called the Phantom. He is a descendant of a long line of other Phantoms. Basically, his family was attacked. His father was killed. He washed up on shores in the jungle. They took it as an omen, and he became the first Phantom. And every time he has a kid, and that kid becomes the Phantom, and that kid becomes the Phantom. And this is why he is known as the ghost who walks, because no matter what, there is always a Phantom, and you can't kill him because he's immortal. He does all this, but all he is a guy with some money living in a cave in the jungle, and he fights the Seng Brotherhood to defeat their bad evil. That's all it is. You don't need to know anything else.
Because the only thing that I did know about the Phantom was that he was the very first. I mean, according to my research, he is the very first superhero with a costume.
He was. He's got a ring with a skull on it. The Phantom is hero for hero's sake. It's got a legend behind it. You could definitely see how it influenced Batman, right up there with the Shadow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I knew that too. Yeah.
So this is a pulp comic, and it's a fun pulp comic. You will enjoy this. It is a great book.
Okay.
It's not an expensive book either, and it's a short run. And you got to get the Canaan White cover. And after that, it's just the normal stuff. Transformers. They delayed Ultimate Spider-Man a month to push it into the new year, probably to help with comic sales look good. Transformers, this Demona run freaking slaps. It is so good. It's done by Jonathan Weissman, and what makes it important, Greg Weissman, what makes it important is this is the guy who created the Gargoyles TV show.
Okay, so
he is writing it. He's not doing the art, but he has a lot of influence. He's writing it. It is good. It's canon. It is awesome. It is like watching Gargoyles again.
That's good, yeah.
And that's why I was like so excited for this book. Like I actually pulled it on the shelves and I'm like, that can't be right. It's Weissman. And I grabbed the first issue and I'm like, okay, I need to get the rest of these. And then next month, of course, this is the cover I ordered. I'm sorry. This cover is awesome.
A hot minute.
I love this cover. This is not an adult book. It's just a single one-off winter special about a mystery with Bronx and Brooklyn in New York with Elisa. No Goliath, no nothing. It's got other covers and stuff like that. But this one just looks so good.
It's been a hot minute since I've
Power up Disney Plus, watch Gargoyles.
Yeah.
It's so the kiddo will like Gargoyles.
Yeah. Does it still hold up?
Still holds up.
Yeah. All right, I'll have to check it out. Because I just got Disney Plus again.
Okay, so Gargoyles, a lot of the shows that I will rewatch hold up. But no, those are the three this week. I'm not picking them up. And of course, this week, the new Invincible run called Capes. Long out of print, very in demand, reintroducing Robert Kirkman's Mark Engler corner of the Invincible verse. A special remastering of Capes featuring new art and dialogue. I'll grab it and I'll add it to my section in my short boxes. Probably right behind Battle Beast. I don't think Battle Beast is going to go beyond a year, maybe two. That's it.
Probably like maybe two more,
maybe 18 issues. But if it's going to do anything, it's going to be 6, 12, 8. It's going to be 18 to 24 issues, and that's it. Because Otley said he doesn't work on long run books anymore. He doesn't do long books, and that's good for him. Seriously, like 149 issues with Invincible, plus spin-offs, plus all that stuff. It's definitely it's definitely one of those things that it locks you into something you can't get out of.
The Invincible universe has a lot of
room to grow and everything like that.
Yeah. Are you reading the DCKO by chance?
No. The only thing stopping me is money. I would read a lot of comics. Right now with MegaCon 5 months away, I can't get into anything new. Like, they had to talk me into getting into Capes, and I don't steer. I know my comic shop isn't going to steer me wrong. I just hope they don't mind waiting a little bit.
My next question to you is: are you also reading the DC and Marvel crossover? Have you read any of that?
No, I have seen the Loberine or whatever it is. Like it's an Amaglam character, and he killed the Iron Lantern. I saw that, but I have not seen get into that crossover. I haven't heard what's going on with it.
Yeah, there's like, it looks interesting so far. There's like a X-23 and Nightwing team up. There's a Deadpool versus Batman, stuff like that. It looks pretty good, but I was just asking. So
no, as much as I want to get into them, I have to. Like, the only thing stopping me from buying out my comic shop of back issues is money.
Yeah. Well, that's all. That's
like, I would be walking over to the Spider-Man section and just pulling the boxes out and putting them on the counter. I'll be like, I'll take these, and then I'll be back in for the X-Men in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but they look good. I don't know if I care too much about the KO, but
So, Bo, Bo asked a question. Iron Lantern what? So, Bo, I don't know. You're probably familiar with the DC versus Marvel. What a lot of people aren't familiar with is the Amaglam universe or Alglam universe, which fuses characters together. So they literally fuse together Iron Man and Green Lantern in this one issue, and people have been asking for more of these characters, wanting more, and we're getting some, but it's not a week. We want like full 6 to 12 issue runs.
check out the Batman Wolverine mesh character.
Yeah, logo. He's actually originally created for that run. He's not in the comics. He was Lobo wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't originally in those comics.
Yeah.
The issue is with the Alaglam books is they're not easy to find. They're considered dollar books. They're not super rare, but they're just they're not gonna see them up for sale because nobody wants them unless you're a fan of that stuff. Unfortunately, they're more of the obscure comic. And you can buy the trade paperbacks if you're willing to shell out, but they're like $100 each because they're out of print and they never reprinted them.
Yeah.
I'm only 2 issues short of that full freaking run, and I can't find them for a reason. I'm not paying more than $5 per a book. I'm just not. Like, I don't care what eBay says. I'm not shelling out $15 for a book. It's not worth it. Like, I want the comic, but it's not worth it.
No. I mean, maybe just to finish the 2, maybe. But.
That I've been looking at the question and I found some, and they're like, "Oh, we want $15," and I'm like, "They're $3 books. You're charging me $9 for shipping."
15, yeah, no, 15's been much.
And yeah, I could have got them the other day. I could have completed my full question run before I got the freaking things. But I'm going to do is I'm bringing a list to MegaCon. And I'm going to bring the list to MegaCon. And I'm going to be like, I need these books. I'm going to find whatever I can. So that actually segues me into the next topic. So, as most people who do watch the show, I'm a big fan of Etrigan the Demon. Probably my favorite character in all comics. A knight cursed, fused with a demon after betraying Camelot. Absolutely fantastic character. Never made it into a movie. So thank God for that, because they'd end up ruining him. But I came across this, and it actually segues into stuff pretty well. This is a CGC graded demon. Now, that looks really good. That looks crisp. That looks clean. All right. That looks crisp. That looks clean. That looks everything. And then we have a 8.0, which looks better. Now, this is actually one of my holy grails for comics. I want this comic. I am 4 issues short of the full original run. 4 from a comic from 72. Talking, this comic was 11 years old when I was born. And I am going to buy this book. It will be mine. Oh, yes. It will be mine. But this person asked a question. Hey, all, I'm pretty new to grading, so I don't really know how to vet and guess the grade properly. I had an 8.0 Demon 1 long ago. I bought it graded, and then I picked up a second one raw as a gift for me as a present, which is presents so much better. I sent it off to grading, think it would be an 8.5 going off my 8.0 copy, and came back with a 7. Wondering if some more experienced people can explain a little of why. A 7.0 has scans up to 8.0 and can be taking multiple pictures to show some of the flaws as it was graded before they did it. Thanks for the feedback and the help. And this guy sums it up well. Squid Gundam. 8.0 graded on a Friday afternoon, 5 minutes before the grader went to happy hour. The other was on a Monday morning after losing a bunch of money at a bad parlay. CGC grading is not as... if the company is obscure. They only say it so much because they say it so much, so their word is law. But there is multiple grading companies out there. My issue with CGC grading is there is no consistency. You can actually crack open a comic before and send it back in for a better grade with a second set of eyes. And I'm like, the whole industry seems to be based off these slabs for grading. Now, I will admit I have intentions to get one comic CGC graded in my life, and only one. And that will be the special edition, the alternate cover comic of No Restraints Play by Jen and Sylvia Soska, because I'm going to get it autographed and I'm going to get it slabbed.
I only have one, and that's probably the only one I'm ever going to have.
But this is, honestly, this copy, the second copy, like the number 7, looks better than the number 8 in every way. The corners on the number 7 look a little crisper and everything, but because somebody's like, oh, well, we don't think it looks that good. 2 different people, 2 sets of eyes. You need something. There's no way to really truly say if it's worth that much unless you crack it open and check it, which will remove it, and then you got to get it graded again. This is a freaking scam. We want it to hold value. Okay, it will hold value. Put it in a Mylar bag out of sunlight. It'll hold value. Put it in a long box. It'll hold more value. Put it in a top-loading case. It'll hold even more value. And you know what you don't have to do? Pay and how they do it. So you have to send in the comic, and it's $25 to get it graded, okay? But then they charge you a percentage of what they think the comic is worth.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a scam, and just to have it hold value, to have a pedigree. This is hard. I don't know how this is. This is hard. And if you grade your books, don't let me knock you. Spend your money how you want to. But for me, this is like a horrible scam that people have fallen for the past 30 years.
I think the only reason why CGC should exist is if it's going to make, like, if the comics are actually worth something. But other than that, because like I've seen people just throw out just like random comics that don't have any value and send them to get graded, and I'm just like, that was a waste of money.
It's not so, like, they charge you for the grading, but my issue is they charge you a percentage of what they think the comic is worth.
Yeah.
You're not at that point, you're not paying for a service. The service is the $25 in the grading. That's why you do it, and you do it in bulk. You know, you do it in like you send in $200 worth of comics to grade, like 8 books. But I'm like, that's the service. That's why you do it. And then I'm like, oh, we're going to charge you what we think it's worth. I'm like, I'm not fucking paying that.
If it's, I think that the only thing that they should be paying for is the service. And, because you're just paying extra. All you really sent it in was to get it graded, which that was the service. But now they're asking you to pay the book that you already own.
Yeah, you're asking me to pay for the pedigree for the service that I just paid for. It's a scam. It's horrible. And I'm saying, like, you know, what's worse is you got to mail it in. Some comic shops actually will send out books for grading. Mine doesn't. But there's not even the closest one is like a half hour away. And I'm like, I can't realistically deal with that. Like, I send in a fee, you put the grade on it, and then you charge me again for what you think it's worth. Isn't that what the grading's for? Isn't that why you put it in? So I have a Carnage, first appearance of Carnage. It's got to be at least a 9.
Yeah.
It's an immaculate condition, no yellowing, slight, just a little bit of yellowing from the obvious. It's a early 90s book. An obvious, the obvious little yellowing and stuff like that. But this is, And I still haven't sent it in for grading. Why? Because the comics that I see going for is like, oh, it's like a $700 book graded. They're going to charge me a chunk of that $700 that I don't have because they don't know what it's worth till after they've inspected it for $25.
Go ahead.
And so what I did was I put it in a I put it in a Mylar bag, I put it in a top-loading comic book case, and I put it right in the middle of my Spider-Man book, so it's pressed shut.
Right, yeah.
Because I don't care how good that book is, I'm never getting. What if I want to read it again? You know, like, what if I actually legitimately want to read that? I'm not shelling out another $30 for that. I'm sure it's a $90 comic book. Actually, it's gone up in price. I paid $80 for it. It's now up to $120. But no, man, just this is horror. Like CGC grading. I can't.
Is there a top CGC grading company that like is like?
Yeah, CGC.
Oh, it's just CGC. Okay.
Yeah, just there's other alternatives and stuff like that, but it always is CGC. And it's the most recognized one, most trusted one. And I'm like, it's not consistent though. It's not consistent because you don't have the same people looking over the books. That's the issue I have. Two different people can give it two separate grades.
Yeah.
But you know, like this is what segued in. This is actually segueing into our next thing. But yeah, this is like I saw this and I'm like, you know, I get it. He got a 7.0 on that first book, and the first book looks better than the second.
You know what they should do is when it comes to like super high quality or super valuable books, they should have an A team of grading comic book people and then a B team and send other less qualified like quality ones over to the B team. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think that's what they should be doing.
They need to figure out something because the team, like I'm going to tell you right now, this is not an expensive book.
Yeah, no.
Believe it or not, this book is probably about $50 to $70.
Yeah.
But being cased and graded and everything brings it up to $250 to $300.
Yeah.
And the like my Carnage book, my first appearance of Carnage is worth more than this book.
Yeah.
And I could probably if I graded my Carnage, it would probably go for 3-4. But I'm not going to pay a percentage of that 3-4. I paid for it. I paid for the grading. I'm not paying more because you think I owe you something.
Yeah.
I just it's so frustrating because we want to preserve these comics. We want to do right by them. We want to make sure that they get their stuff, and you're charging us a fee to have for the service, and then you're charging us more. And because you think it's worth something. How about you just up the price of your fees on the comics? That way people only send in expensive books.
Yeah. It's a waste.
Such a waste.
I'm sitting here with my $150 Horseman.
I have nothing CGC graded. Nothing at all. No comic in my.
I actually got this from my fans.
Right on.
So.
I love my comics. I really do. Yeah. I love my little collection. I love organizing it. I love reading it. Some days I'll just open a box and look at it and smile because it just legitimately makes me happy. Having a comic book collection, especially after everything that I've been through and losing my collection, I can open up my comic books and say, yeah, these are mine, and ain't nothing getting rid of them. So what else do we got here? All right, we're going to go into the segment this week of You Lucky Son of a Bitch. Now, For those who don't know, You Lucky Son of a Bitch is those people who show up to the estate sales and, they get just those rare finds in the field that they get at ridiculously cheap price. Last week, we found a guy who got the first appearance of Silver Surfer, the first appearance of Galactus, and some random obscure comic I hadn't heard of for a grand total of $36. And these were in pretty decent shape. So he walked out of there with about $5,000 in comics. And this is what started the segment of You Lucky Son of a Bitch. And this week we got a good one, not as good as last week though, but still a pretty good one. This guy hit an estate sale. And while this is all good and fine, he hit an estate sale. Yay! Why can't I hit fucking estate sales like this? First Deadpool for $5.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right. First appearance of Deadpool for $5. All right. An original 80s TMNT.
Whoa.
A lovely little toony Wolverine comic. And the Dark Phoenix for $4. Why can't I get lucky like that?
Maybe
now that is a lucky son of a bitch.
Oh my gosh. First appearance, as much as I like, the X-Men one is really valuable, but my favorite one is the first appearance of Deadpool. That's my favorite one. That's the one that I actually
This is going to sound unbelievably unpopular. I am not a Deadpool fan. I enjoyed the movies. I thought they were fun and everything like that. But I read comics to be immersed, to be taken out of this world. And one of his mutant powers is legitly breaking the third wall and knows he's in a comic book.
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's just not my style of comic. I think he's a really badass character, but
He's
that
funny.
ends there.
He's funny.
I will tell you, I like Domino. I thought Domino was great. Like a mutant whose power is super luck.
Yeah.
I mean that's awesome, but $5, that comic is worth $1,000.
Yeah. For sure.
Ungraded. And by the looks of that, that's in look at the spine corners. No curling, no cracks, no budding. That is in great shape.
That looks like, see those tabs, those stickers on the top right? That looked like it was sold somewhere.
Yeah, at the estate sale for $5 each.
Oh my god.
That's why he's a lucky son of a bitch.
Oh my gosh.
It says there were 7 boxes. Okay, this is what the hidden estate sale today. There were 7 long boxes. Everything was priced at store levels. I could tell a lot of keys were yanked out of runs. I was at the point thinking I'd just bite the bullet and get one overpriced book I wanted just to say I got something. But never mind. I found near mint New Mutants 98. Jackpot. For $5.
Wow.
$5.
You're gonna be okay.
We got another one here. Right here.
Oh.
He got a 9.8 on this graded comic. This is a 9 point. This comic is a grail for me. This is the death of Captain Stacy.
Yeah, I know.
One of the most pivotal comics in the entire Spider-Man in near mint condition.
Oh wow!
And then he got a 9.8 on the Death of Gwen Stacy. And then a 8.5 on the first Blade. First appearance of Blade. Now, this is just not even lucky son of a bitch. This is just makes you want to drool.
I'm speechless.
121 and 122 are holy grail chase books for me. Like, I don't want graded, I want raw. I want to read them. I want to smell them, and then I want to never touch them again. There's something about that old comic smell where they don't have the where it's just paper and not the laminate plastic coated stuff they got these days.
No.
There's something special about it.
It hits different.
And The Death of Gwen Stacy, these two books are grails for me, like holy mecha grails. Like, if I find them, I will worship them.
Put up a shrine and
put up a little. They'll be on the wall shelf behind me. On stands. Also, apparently the CGC grading cases aren't UV resistant.
Oh.
Yeah, found that out. But yeah, that 9.8, two 9.8s on comics that are almost 60, 70 years old.
That's pretty good.
That's amazing. Sorry, 60 years old. That's just fantastic, and I want those books. I love the Green Goblin, man. I love Green Goblin.
I used to be huge into Spider-Man, not as much anymore.
I like Spider-Man's a default hero. I will read anything Spider-Man pre Brand New Day. With the exception of Superior, my friend gave me the first 6 issues, and I didn't think it was that bad. But at the same time, it's a little out there even for me. But I started, I'll finish it. Eventually, I'll get the rest of the run. It's not a high priority collect, but I will finish off the run. But I just...
I take that back. The only time that I do read Spider-Man is if Venom or Carnage is in it.
I want to go back and read. I have, once I get the question finished and I get my demon run finished, my Loki Spider-Man collecting is I am collecting the entire Clone Saga.
Nice.
It'll start off, the collecting will start off if I can find a copy of Web of Spider-Man 118. That's the first Scarlet Spider, because that is honestly the most expensive book out of the whole run. It is $50. It's not an expensive book or anything like that. It's just a key issue because it's the first appearance of Scarlet Spider. But after that, the books are dollar books. Like, I found one of them at a local shop in the town over. It's a card shop, a sports card shop, and they have a small comic section in the back for back issues that tends to get pretty decent rollover. So I go in there. I do want to get one more day on Principle, just to have it, and then I'm not going to collect anything after that. I'm just going to continue to weasel my way back. A superior, Sensational Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, regular Spider-Man, just collect all the Spider-Man that I can.
Nice.
But that's just, if I don't have a Spider-Man book and I have spare cash, I'll grab it. But I have a specific hunt list for stuff that I want. And believe it or not, Invincible is not on my collect list. I love reading it, but I'm not collecting that run. Since the show started, those comic books have taken off in price so hard. The number one issue, non-graded, went from $300 to $5,000.
Oh, wow. You know what I've had a hard time finding is even the trade. I've had a hard time finding, Maximum Carnage?
I have a full run of that. You want to know something even scarier? I paid $80 for it. The whole run.
No. Never mind.
What?
$80 is a bit much for me.
How much you? It was $80 for near mint books, probably like second printing. But I paid $80 for the full run, and I still don't regret it. I like Maximum Carnage. It's a fantastic run.
If I can find one issue, I'll be happy.
Check your local store. Like, they're not hard books to find. I think they charged me more because I got them as a box set. I got them all together. A lot of them are dollar books and stuff like that. You're not going to pay a lot for them. There's 14 issues from the Maximum Carnage run, I think.
Yeah, so now that I'm in Texas, I think it'll be a lot easier for me because where I was before I definitely had terrible access to comics. So.
Okay, back issues are on the down price.
Okay.
That we're in a comics back issue. The price of back issues is going down.
Okay.
Because a whole generation is dying off and the market's getting flooded a little bit with back issues and not high-end back issues, a lot of random stuff. I can tell you right now that I am completely unable to find my Malibu Comics Ultra Force. They have not, I just cannot find them. I'm going to have to check at MegaCon. I want to get Prime #1 and Ultra Force #1. And the worst part is they're like $5 books. You just can't find them because either they're in someone's collection and nobody's selling them, or they're just not popular enough to sell, to put out on the floor. After, I always want to collect one old thing. I have full intentions of collecting the first run of Jonah Hex from the 70s. That'll go toe-to-toe with my Demon run. I've almost got every Demon comic ever made.
Nice.
Slowly but surely, I will push through. I have a full list. Have a list, 3-ring binder with a list of comics that I want to get. But comics are history. They're pop culture. They're part of our Americana, comic books. They really are.
Yeah.
And this will segue us into our lovely news topic, Superman. So if you don't know what's been going on lately in the minor bit of comic world that we have, this is about the biggest shakeup since them killing off fucking Mary Jane, or retconning. Superman has been sold. The first Superman, the rarest Superman comic ever, a 9.0 CGC graded 10-cent Superman comic, went for $9.12 million. And this has drummed up no shortage of anything in this world, in the comics, because it's got players divided. Like, the comic books just shouldn't been, should this comic be in a museum? And honestly, I think it should. But at the same turn, the person should be compensated for that price. Because if they, as you said, we went over CGC, they had to send it out for $25. And then what percentage did CGC take out of the ass of this? They deserve some sort of I think they deserve the million. I think they deserve the full $9 million, and it should be in a museum. Unfortunately, this is in a private ownership and everything like that. And I got to tilt my hat to those people because this is absolutely amazing.
It is the highest graded Superman one to come out of anywhere. I cannot explain to you how amazing this book is. $7,050,000. I need $7.1 million. 7.1. Bid on the phone of $7.2 million. 7.3 million. Now I need 7.4. $7.4 million on the phones. Do I hear 7.5? 7.5. Do I hear 7.6? 7.6 on the phones. Fair warning at $7.6 million. $7.6 million.
New record someday be remembered as early on stage. It's historical in the comic world because it's Superman. It's the hero that started everything. And this comic 100% should be in a museum, but the people who paid for it should get their $9 million. They have every right to sell it the way it is. Should it be preserved for posterity? Should it be? Absolutely. That thing should be tucked in the back of the National Archives in special cases underneath UV proof glass, because this is pure Americana.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's never going to happen. This will be in private hands for the rest of time.
Could I talk about? I don't know. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So with I don't know if you saw my video yesterday talking about this. I think like obviously I do agree with Brimstone that it should be in a museum, but I don't know, it really bothered me that it's and there were so many people who made terrible comments, like hateful comments towards me, say like making fun of me. It's like, this doesn't belong in a museum. It's just paper. It's only a $70 book. Like, it doesn't belong. You just want to be in the, or you just want to be able to see it yourself. I'm like, I'm never going to see anything. I'm never gonna. I'm probably never gonna.
Drunk 3PO actually held the comic in his hands.
I'm probably never
Only
gonna be
Jay, okay, just gonna toss that out there. Only Jay in his wonderful life has actually held a $9 million comic book.
Yeah, I am never going to see that comic, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But I'm like, the people in the comments had no idea.
Well, okay,
how big of a deal it is.
It's a very, like, they're probably not comic readers. Like, they're probably tourists. All right, so here we go. Here's a video we all know.
A legendary superhero just set a real world record, an original first edition copy of a first.
So here are my initial thoughts on this. First of all, I want to congratulate the three brothers who found this comic. The chances of that happening is slim to none. But in my opinion, this is a piece of history. I don't think it belongs in someone's house just hanging on a shelf. I think
That belongs in a museum.
However, I do think that it was well worth the time to grade this, but also $9 million, I don't know. That's a bit much. And I don't blame the brothers for putting this up for auction. I would want to put it up for money too. I mean, who wouldn't? But I think that it should be sold to a museum. And that is just my opinion. It doesn't belong on someone's shelf or bookshelf to go to waste for just one person to look at. That's just my opinion.
Finally.
All right. So, comment section. Drums up some pretty interesting things here today. I agree. It should be in a museum for the price they asked for. All right. Okay, I agree with. I can agree with that. I will give that an upvote. Just as long as it stays in the hands of the people who preserve it, it's an investment for the people, while the generational wealth can, and not some overnight crypto billionaire. That's where it's going to end up. It's true. It's going to end up there. It's going to end up in someone's private vault, and this will it'll be remembered, but no one knows who's going to own it. Luckily, because of the CGC grade and everything, you can try. This is one of those books that should be graded, should be preserved. Not the sounds like you're jealous you can't view it. Dislike, agreed, like. Yeah, he was in a museum. Was a museum want to take it for $50? You can make that guy sell it to us. Can you think before you ask for? Yeah, that guy gets a downvote.
These people they don't know anything.
No, bro, one asked you, and just there is so. This is one of those books that you just getting a downvote. You're an asshat. I don't need your fucking opinion or validation. I've had enough. I've had enough. Don't listen to the internet. This is your opinion. See, that's what's glorious. You have a right to your opinion, and people are going to try to detract from it. But the difference is you don't need their validation.
Yeah,
You have a
it's
right.
like-
You're not asking for opinion to be validated. You're just expressing it.
I personally don't understand why people thought that I was like, oh, you just want to see yourself. I'm like, I don't want to see it. I don't care
Do you know
to
what
see
I would
it.
do if I had that kind of money? I wouldn't be buying a fucking $9 million
No.
comic book.
Would I like to see it? Sure, but like, I'm not going to go out of my way.
That
to see it.
I think that's what this is one of those comics that everybody should be able to see, but it's going to be in private hands for the rest
Yeah.
of ever, and there's no way around it at this point. If a museum might take a swing for it, like a private comic book museum, but we're
Probably.
never going to see it in some place where it should be, like the Smithsonian or something like that. It's one of those things that definitely needs to be preserved, but never will be. And it sucks, but that's just the way of it. And I think it should be in a museum, but I also think the brothers deserve some serious fair compensation. This isn't, like a shit grade comic with half like the 10-cent ripped off the cover or whatever. No writing. A 9.0 from a comic that's almost 80 years, or that's a little over 80 years old is amazing that it preserved that well.
No, not. I will say this. I do think that 9 million was a bit much. However, I do agree with you by saying that it was well deserved for the brothers. Like, they definitely do deserve that 9 million for sure. So
They definitely do. So we got a couple more things. ND Andrew, the head of the Rippaverse, tends to agree with you here that the Superman #1 issue 100% deserves to be in a museum. He said it yourself. It belongs in a museum.
yeah.
And I agree with ND Andrew here. I have liked this, and you said it too, Gingy. It's true, all of it. And there's Alex McCarthy.
Hey.
But I agree with ND Andrew that this comic belongs in a museum. It 100% does. What belongs in a museum and what is in private hands is a completely different rabbit hole that I don't have the time or the energy or the mental bandwidth to come out through right now, okay? I really don't.
Mm-mm.
So what else do we got today? So we got a couple more things to go over, not much. The first thing we're going to get into is this one. Nothing big, just some news I wanted to bring attention to. The Lanterns HBO Max series has officially been delayed, and till summer of 2026. And you know what? This has everything to do with the sale. Because if they get sold, this may never see the light of day. All of DC is up in the air. Like, they're making movies, but as we have seen, they might not put them out. Look at Batwoman or Batgirl. We might never see them. Now, this is from comicbookmovie.com. Despite recent reports to the contrary, Lanterns indeed has been hit with a significant delay, though it hasn't been pushed quite as far into next year as previous rumors claim. Last month, it's reported that Lanterns may not premiere after Supergirl hits theaters, likely during the second half of 2026 at the earliest. Oh, I hate that.
Oh my god.
Now, we went over and completely dissected the shit out of the problems with this show from everything that we've heard. To stuff like, well, the Lanterns are like, friends, and he's training Jon Stewart to be his successor. I'm like, that's not how Lanterns fucking work. I'm a DC normie, and I know that.
This is a definitely Gen Z kind of a TV show.
And like John Lynn, they're supposed to be roughly the same age, but Jon Stewart is younger than freaking Hal Jordan.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, it's James Gunn. I don't give a fuck about your vision. Take story, translate to comic, translate to movie, move on to next. If I gave a fuck about opinion, I'd hit you in the head with my fucking dick.
The reason why I say it's a Gen Z show is because most movies that have come out nowadays, like it's just whatever goes, and kids don't care. And
Look at the super.
that's
It's
how it
TikTok.
is.
It's a Superman TikTok. Moves
That's
so
exactly
fast,
what it is.
no emotional impact, levity provided to emotional scenes. It is nothing. It has
Yeah.
no culture. It is slop. Superman should
They
not
don't-
be TikTok slop.
They don't care. Kids nowadays don't care about good quality stories. They just care about what's in front of them.
James
They
Gunn.
care about
Oh, I
IP.
read comics. You mean you went and bought some trade paperbacks? When was the last time you showed up on New Issue Day, asshole?
I resent that.
You have a short box of key issues. You have actual comic books. James Gunn has trade paperbacks sitting on his desk for inspiration.
It's true. That's true. Yeah, inspiration. Yeah, you're right about that. I'm starting to believe that he's not even really like people say he's like, oh, he reads comic books. Has he ever actually said that? I don't know if he actually has ever said that.
He has, and I don't believe he's reading anything before the last 20 years.
Maybe he's just saying that because he's trying to get the.
I don't trust anything James Gunn says. That guy's a fucking lie. It's easier to lie to the fans than it is to lie to Warner's. Because, so it's a little thing in our legal system called burden of proof.
Yeah.
We have to sue to prove he's wrong. We don't have the money to sue him. So he can spew out whatever lies he fucking wants. And I just don't believe it.
Mm.
But if we challenge it, oh, he said this, I don't believe him. He's like, well, where's your proof? I don't have the money to sue him to get the truth. Like he got caught lying in a big one. Oh, Superman only had a $250 million budget. 371 fucking million. Now, either you lied on your tax documents, you cocksucker, or you lied to us. Which one was it? Would you rather lie to the taxes? Man, because not even Satan wants to fuck with the IRS.
Yeah. He has things he needs to resolve. Here's what sucks is that I really had high hopes for him, and then when Superman came out,
As soon as I had heard James Gunn's in charge of DC, he's going to try to do Guardians of the Galaxy with Superman. I knew it, and he did.
that.
I called it as soon as he said he was in charge. I'm like, he's going to do this. And this is why I stopped making predictions. This is why I stopped this shit, because I am fucking right 80% of the time with how things go, and I'm tired of being right. I hate being right about this stuff because I'm so tired of seeing Superman, the X-Men, like the rumors of casting of Cynthia Erivo as fucking Storm in the new X-Men movie. Like, you cast Cynthia Erivo as Storm in the new X-Men movie, people ain't gonna show up. She's not singing Defying Gravity as Storm.
Is she actually going to be Storm?
There's rumors abound. We don't know anything. We know nothing about the X-Men movie because the only thing that they're focused on is the hype up of Avengers Doomsday and everything like that. Doomsday and Secret Wars. I'm like, 10 years ago, I would have been, you're doing Secret Wars? You're doing fucking bringing in Doomsday? Yes, that's awesome. If they had done this storyline, no variant shit, after Secret War, after Endgame, this should have been the thing. Because, I'm sorry, Infinity Gauntlet is awesome. It's a great arc. Doom is just as scary as Thanos. Thanos without the gauntlet is scary. And then they didn't emphasize that. But just tired, man. Got Gingy. Why are you laughing, Gingy?
Oh, just your ranting. It makes my day.
No, seriously. I'm honestly hoping Paramount gets a hold of it, or even like honestly, what I think might happen is it might get parted up.
Yeah.
They might just like I can see the Wizarding World and Harry Potter and all that stuff going over to Universal because they have the parks.
Dude, the Harry Potter series, that series is tanking first.
What's worse is every like they have those kids are absolutely fantastically cast. They did the voices for the new audiobooks.
Yeah, I heard it.
They're absolutely phenomenal. Like the audiobooks are good. Like John Lithgow, we've seen leaks of him on set. They're adding a little more into it. Everything is going to get overshadowed by Black Snake. No one's going to care how good the rest of your series is because you race swapped one of the a very bad character to race swap. Unless you, and it makes everything so problematic going forward too.
On top of rumors are going around that Voldemort is going to be a female. So.
They race swap Voldemort. Please make her a female. I will absolutely work the fuck out of that. Thank you for telling me women are evil. You have said this. Like, did anybody miss the Eve situation with the serpent and the apple? I can fucking milk that shit. Please do it.
Yeah. No, I'm not watching TV anymore. I mean, I'm watching King of Hill right now.
Do you know what I'm watching? King of the Hill revival? Absolutely phenomenal.
Dude, I'm ready for it.
Did you get to the episode where freaking Willow talks about the non-ethical monogamy? Did you get to that episode yet?
It's my first time seeing King of Hill in general. I'm on season 7 right now.
Oh, so 14. So at season 14, there's an episode where Bobby has a girl. Like even this is a little spoilery, but nothing big. Yeah. Connie is in a relationship with Shane, but it's non-ethical non-monogamy. Means they have a list of who they can sleep with and can't sleep with, and all this shit. And Bobby's hippie girlfriend Willow actually looks at Connie and goes, "Oh, ethical non-monogamy." Yeah, that's just some college chick thing so they can get some side dick.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, yes! It is one of the best freaking lines in the whole movie. Connie gets really upset because she's getting called out. And she's like, yeah, still doesn't stop you from getting side dick. It's an ethic. It's an emotionally responsible thing. Yeah, it still gets you side dick. And I'm just like, oh, it's so good.
Honestly, the King of the Hill revival is probably one of the boldest moves that Disney has made.
It is bold. It is good. And how they have the revival set up, it will be getting another season next year and then 2 more after that. They got approved for an additional 2 seasons. I did a video on it a bit ago. So the first season, like we know that the first season, I waited for this. I covered this extensively. I have episode reviews of everything, season overarching review. But what's really good about this is literally the series cast was announced. Like they had a lot of new people in. We lost a lot of actors in between this. Like Johnny Hardwick died, so they had to recast Toby Hussesdale. Doesn't cut it if you really want to know, but the big one was Jonathan Joss was murdered like 3 weeks before that series was released. So we don't know what they're going to do going forward with John Redcorn because that's who he voiced. But the biggest thing is that wasn't in the first season that told me we were getting a second one is they cast Lucky and Luann's daughter.
Yeah.
Gracie. And Gracie was not in this season at all. She wasn't anywhere. So we were getting a second season because that storyline has to resolve. You need to give some sort of resolve for that. Lucky and Luann being gone or completely absent was a huge gaping hole in this season. Mm-hmm. And they're not like, I don't want them to recast them either. Like Lucky was written for Tom Petty. That's his character. And Brittany Murphy brought Luann to life for the whole original run of the series. So, and she's gone. So their daughter is all that's left. I think something really tragic is going to happen. And what they did was with the revival was they kept with that self-contained Arlen story but as a baseline for episode to episode was Bobby's life in Dallas. So you had the self-contained story being resolved every week, whatever was plighting the Hills and Arlen. But at the same time, you had Bobby's next story arc in the next episode. So you had two stories, one baseline and one problem of the week going on. And it was done very, very well. You're going to love it when you get there.
All right.
I love King of the Hill, man. I really do.
It's amazing.
It's so base. It's so common sense.
The last episode I watched, I don't know how long ago you watched it, but the last episode I watched was Bill getting stuck on the weather balloon.
Oh yeah! Hi Santa. And he stumbles back. That was a good episode.
Funny.
I have a personal, like, one of my personal favorites is when the guy it's the first episode of episode 10. They realize that Hank realizes that Bill and Boomhauer are ditching him because they're just tired of being bossed around all the time. It definitely takes some interesting turns. It's one of the best episodes of the series. Definitely has some good heart, but you got some time before you get there.
Yeah.
So what else do we got to go over today? So that way you can make your next stream. No, okay, what do we got? No, that's not it. That is definitely not it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles gets a rated R last movie holdup as Paramount live action news develop. Yeah, they're probably holding off a lot of projects till the merger happens, so they might have to divert funds. And honestly, I am 100% okay with this. I actually own it's too far out of reach. I actually own The Last Ronin. I have it hardcover.
I'm getting it soon. I want to start with the OG first. I read some of the original. And
I watched the cartoon. I never read the OG, but I watched the hell out of the cartoon as a kid. But yeah. My favorite was the Real Ghostbusters, and I do plan on collecting those comic books. I love the Real Ghostbusters cartoon. I'm going to love this. The Real Ghostbusters is absolutely, it's got Egon, it's got all the original crew, and then it segues into Extreme Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fantastic too, because it's a sequel to the Real Ghostbusters. And so we have that going on.
The thing that's sad about the Ninja Turtles is that The Last Ronin is literally all that has going for him right now.
Yeah, I didn't actually read the comic books. I only ever watched the cartoon. I liked The Last Ronin because I liked the idea of Mikey being the only one that's alive, the one that needed that most growth.
Yeah. I think, who owns TMNT right now? Is it?
I have no clue.
But anyways, yeah, there was just a thing basically saying, like, this is pretty much it for TMNT. Otherwise, like, it's gone.
Like, I didn't even want more Last Ronin. Just keep that story contained, but they left it off on a cliffhanger. Like, oh, look, turtles in a bowl, everything. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, I like... Okay, so I have the wildly unpopular opinion that Supernatural should have ended at season 5. It got... Oh, God.
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
I thought you were thinking Stranger Things.
No, Supernatural had 15 seasons. It had 10 more seasons than it should have had.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And everybody's like, well, why do you think that? I'm like, it's because they're hunters. And because of what they are. And it ended on a perfect, tragic note. You know, Dean came to get his brother to help save his dad. They saved the world. How many times he had a hunter? And, you know, it ended with Sam giving up his life so Dean could have a chance at something. But even then, we all knew that it would never happen because hunting is all Dean has ever had. And he could never do the family life. So he would go back and have just as a tragic ending. But they're hunters. They don't get to have happy endings. They do bad things for good reasons. But they're still doing bad things. Doesn't matter if they're likable. Doesn't matter if they're charming. Doesn't matter if they're 6 foot tall. Doesn't matter if you laugh every time they go, son of a bitch, and things like that. It doesn't matter. they are still doing unbelievably bad things to monsters.
Yeah.
That they don't get to have a happy ending.
Nope. No.
And originally, the series was only supposed to run for 4 to 5 seasons, and that was it. Eric Kirkpike said that's what he wanted, and I'm like, that's fantastic. Tell this story. Move along. 15 years.
I stopped. I think season 6.
I stopped at season 6 because I'm like, this is just shit. Like to me, Supernatural, like that scene of Sam, like that scene where it pans out with Dean sitting there eating dinner, looking like, this doesn't feel right. This feels wrong. Everybody knows where it's going to go. End scene. No, none of this Sam standing there going, I'm back, bitches. Fuck that.
Yeah, after that, I ended up just going to the X-Files. I was like, okay, I'm done. X-Files next.
I am actually working through Home Improvement. The original sitcom, Home Improvement. And it is absolutely fantastic. Still makes you laugh, still does all that stuff. There are some things where I'm like, you don't recognize it back then, but Jill, there were points where Jill's just being like really selfish. Like, let me give you an example. Tim has the garage. That's always been his space. That's always been his thing.
Yeah.
And, that's where he works on the cars. That's his oasis. And Jill moves her pottery wheel in there and doesn't seem to understand why Tim's so upset. And I'm like, that's why. Why don't you think I don't know, he's trying to spot weld that thing, and you're sitting there on a pottery wheel playing fucking opera. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, well, I have a right to the garage, too. No, you're just being a twat because you want fucking attention, you dumb cow.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for main topics. We do have one more thing to get into, though, before we go. There is a new Rippaverse book that came out on Tuesday for pre-order. And I rushed to get this. I was the first order in. And we always pimp Rippaverse here on this channel.
Yeah.
Because Ginger and I actually bonded over the Rippaverse. That's how we met, was the Rippaverse.
Yeah.
And we do have new books, but this is a little different. The Black-Eyed Club and The Curse. Now, what makes these comics really individual and unique is that it is written by an individual Soska sister. Jen wrote The Cursed, and Sylvia wrote the Black-Eyed Club.
Yeah.
And it is a contest to see who is going to win this run. Now, I haven't checked the numbers for the rest of the week, but it's off to a raging start. I was the first order. I blew my Black Friday money on this. I can't say no to a Soska sister book in any shape or form. So it's got 33 days left. The covers of the books are pretty good. They range from, I think, $22 each to $15 each. And you can get it, but they're doing which twin's gonna win. So The Cursed has 2,062 books sold, and the Black-Eyed Club has 1,902 books sold. So this is literally 80 books, 62 books, or 72 books behind one another. Now, I've been looking forward to these books for ages. These Lillian Rodeshi and Michael Copper have been in so many Rippaverse books. Yeah. Like they're in Alpha Core, they're in ISA. They have been in the background. They're major villains and movers and shakers in the Rippaverse. And what we really like about this is that they're villains. And Jen and Sylvia Soska write villains amazingly together. And them writing individually, I am going to go back and reread every comic that they have to see who wrote what in that comic. We also have the Detention Club. If you haven't seen what that is, Great War of Separation #3 still up for pre-order. This is on order. My Norfolker review will be coming out Monday as soon as I get a hold of the book. Apparently, my boy Malty Maldi got his early. Got his today, and I'm like, no! Mine's stuck in fucking East Boston. Great Alpha Core 2, Great
trying
War
to-
of Separation, and the Detention Crew. This is actually one that I wanted to bring attention to. And the reason I wanted to bring attention to this one, well, order your Black Eyed Club or whatever. I still refuse to take a side of either sister who's going to win. So I wanted to bring attention to this one. This, from the animation I have seen and everything like that, this book is going to be a giant Saturday morning cartoon of sky-high level fun. And it is done by Jen and Sylvia Soska. And this is important because this is their first kids comic. These ladies write some dark and twisted shit. They're unbelievably creative, and they wrote a kids book that's about a kids in detention.
See, and I'm getting more of a like the 2006 or 7 Teen Titans type of feel.
The Teen Titans feel from it. Yeah, I get that because it's in a high school. It's a Sky High, but with villains type, like potential villains type deal. But of course, there is that Teen Titan animation splashed in there and everything like that.
Yeah.
But this looks so much fun. Just a fun comic, and that's what comics should be. Just lots and lots of fun. I have that. Thank you, Rippaverse. But just so much fun for these comics and everything like that. That's what comics are supposed to be. It's just a fun story, which is something that's gotten lost somewhere in the last 20 years.
I ordered my Horseman 2 and Norfolk.
Yes, you got your Norfolk. Oh, thank goodness you got your Norfolk.
And it's coming with Ripazine 5. So it's going to be a little delayed.
My Horseman 2 and Ripazine 5 are shipping at the same time.
Yeah, Indy Andrew.
Which should be shipping out next week or the week after.
Yeah, Indy Andrew said very soon. So I think they're in printing right now.
No, you got your Norfolk good because I was going to grab you a copy and get it signed at freaking MegaCon.
Oh man, you wouldn't have.
I was going to surprise you. I'm just going to tell you. I was going to send you a picture of it with it I need your address.
Dude, that would have been awesome. Yeah.
I would have even sent it in a Rippaverse wrapper because I keep all of them in case I ever have to ship comics.
Nice.
But no, I'm like, oh, he's got his Norfolk. That's good. Which cover did you get?
I ended up getting cover D. So.
The mass print cover. I got cover A. The bow and the Tai Chi and yeah. I cannot wait for that to get. That's coming with me to get signed at MegaCon. I actually if you look behind me, which side is it? Okay, you'll see right there. There's a stack of white right there, just a white bar. That's a stack of comics, not Rippaverse comics, just comics I'm bringing to MegaCon to give to people. I got comics for Jay, I got comics for Beardo, I got comics for Epic Mike in there. And all these, these are extras. I got Epic Mike. Epic Mike says he likes Cyclops. It's one of his favorite X-Men. So I accidentally bought an extra 4 books of the Factor X comics from the Age of Apocalypse, where Cyclops is one of the Horsemen of Apocalypse. And I'm like, he likes it. I don't need these anymore. Just toss those over here. I also went out of my way and picked him up a copy of Doctor Strange Fate, the Alglam character, which is a fusion of Professor X and Doctor Fate. And he's like, that's so cool. That's freaking scary. So I grabbed it was $3 in my local shop. I'm like, why not? It's $3. The only thing I need to grab next is my comic carriers, like the folios, because if I'm going to buy comics at the con, I got to make sure I have it. And I got to figure out what books I'm bringing. Right now, it's going to be, I'm going to grab ISOM 1 and 3 while I'm there. I got to grab the ISOM.
Yes.
I will 100% be grabbing. Well, my thing is I love having autographed books, but for me, I can order an autographed book online, but it's not going to be the same as going to the con, buying the comic, meeting the creator saying, hey, thanks, I love your book. Can you sign this for me? And, I'm going to get all 3 of them signed by Rippa while I'm there. And I'm going to get a picture with the man. I'm gonna have a lot of fun, but it's I was like I should, if he couldn't get his Norfolka, I should grab him a copy of Norfolka and get it signed by Ripa. and maybe a little video's like, oh man, thanks, couldn't make it, I appreciate it. You know, doing Ripa, yeah, nah, man.
Yeah.
I cannot be. It's all about the business. It's all about good business. I love Ripa, and you know he gets his seafood workouts.
Tell him hi for me while you're there.
What actually, if I can, I might. I'm waiting for after Christmas before I see where I need to get. My mom is very supportive of me taking this trip because I never go anywhere, like ever. Like I barely leave my town.
Yeah.
So I have a vlogging camera and a very high end, like a high memory card, and I want to bring a video and just do like a me at the Rippaverse video, walking around MegaCon, just capture footage and just start narrating stuff that I do. And I want to ask them questions, like I legitimately like just some simple questions and chop it into a video. What's your favorite comic run now? Who's your favorite comic book character? You know, just simple question. Why people love comics. That old comic shop, you used to go into the comic shop, you used to sit around for an hour and just talk with people about, you know, comic books. And that's what I want to do. That just like, hey, Ripa, what's your favorite comic? When did you start getting into comic books? And, you know, stuff like that, just all that shit. And I know I'm waiting for Vindicta to launch, Jay's next book. And I will be getting a copy of Vindicta and AC Blue, and I'll get those signed at MegaCon. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of comic signing, and I don't even know. They haven't announced what artists are going to be at MegaCon. If Otley, ahoy, Roman! If Otley and Kirkman are there, I'm bringing Battle Beast 1, man. I'm bringing Battle Beast 1, motherfucker. That's getting signed. And I might buy a Conquest print.
So I don't know how many MegaCon or Comic Cons you've been to, but you probably noticed that like people you'd have to pay to talk to them.
No, I don't think I never got that from Otley.
I'm just talking.
Yeah, I have been to Boston Fan Expo twice in my life, and there was a 15-year gap in between them. And I've been to a local convention. And I didn't even get anything. I bought a ticket and walked around because you support the local cons.
Yeah. Well, because I was like, I was gonna go to, I can't remember which Comic Con I was gonna go to, but it was with Rippaverse. Rippaverse was with
Space Con.
I asked, I was like, are we gonna have to pay just to talk to you? And Eric July was like, no, we don't do that corny crap.
Yeah, no, like, they don't. They literally just want you to go up and talk. There's a line. There's a hell of a line. But no, I just want, just to bring a camera, be like, hey, I'm here with Ripa. Got a couple questions for you. Who's your favorite comic book character? Who's your favorite comic book character? When'd you start reading comics? Just simple stuff like that. Yeah, are you reading any new runs you can recommend outside of Rippaverse? Just easy stuff like that. Yeah. I just want to know what he loves about comics. I want to know what Jay loves about comics. I want to know what Jen and Sil love about comics. I want to know what NDA Andrew loves about comics. Why aren't I broadcasting on X? It's easy because my computer isn't that great and I don't want to overtax it with bandwidth. I need to update my router and I haven't yet because I hate resetting up a whole new router.
But yeah, that's why I like the Rippaverse, is because they want to interact with their fans. It's not they're not corny. Like
I have to show up. So the con opens up at 8. I'm getting there at 7:30 in the morning to go just wait in line at the Rippaverse. As soon as I am done at the Rippaverse, the hunt begins. And I will be walking around with a vlogging camera and stuff like that. Going over books that I'm looking at, like, hey, I'll go up to comic books. I go where you're from, just simple stuff like that. And, these are books that I got. These are what I'm looking for. Hey, do you have this kicking around? No, get the rejections and go, the hunt begins. I'm like me hunting at MegaCon. I plan on making a video about it. I plan on doing a video on the G&G meetup. I plan on doing a video on and my personal one is I want to take the video camera to the parks and walk around with the video camera, slap a couple of the old school filters over it and make it look like it was taken in like the 90s on a camcorder. Just, a fun little video of the trip. But yeah, it's definitely what I want to do and what I plan. And then the vlogging camera I can take home and get a better camera than my Logitech 1080p cam that's sitting on the top of my damn freaking monitor. But no, it's good. It's going to be good. And yes, I will absolutely say, give a shout out to my boy Ginger Wolverine.
Do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really, I am bummed you could not be there, man. I really am.
Yeah, I got things I got to take care of. So.
Yeah, I know you got things you got to do, but hey, the Vegas one is just around the corner after that, and Rippaverse is always at a MegaCon.
Yeah,
it's always over on MegaCon, and Roman, I forgot to link it on X. Like, I literally I forgot to set up this stream, so I was rushing to get everything. I've been playing WoW for 2 days straight. Not consecutively. I was asleep since like Wednesday. I've been playing WoW and playing catch up. So my mind was only like 80% here. And I died like 3 times before I came on. So I wasn't in a great mood to begin with. I think there was a lot of, where the fuck did that come from? And why the hell is the indicator? Dumb fucking devs. Lots of very angry, loud noises. But no, I think that's actually where we're wrapping up today. 8:10. Yeah, we've been going.
Right.
We've been going today. Check out Rippaverse, Black Eyed Club, or The Cursed. I recommend getting both and not picking a side because you don't want to piss off either of the Soska sisters. Just something in my gut tells me that's not a very good idea.
You know what I thought about doing? What I think I'll do is I'll see who is winning, and then I'll buy the comic of the one who's winning. Just to be mean.
Ginger Wolverine, where can they find you, buddy?
You can find me on X, TikTok, which is where most of my interaction is, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch now, I guess.
You can also give a shout out to Roman of the Empire if you haven't checked out his content. Absolutely fantastic breakdowns of stuff. He was kind enough to invite me on stream a few weeks ago, and it was a lot of fun going over Brightburn. It was a lot of fun. We went over frame by frame of Brightburn. It was just so much fun. Just a great group of people over there. Definitely worth checking out. Yeah, man, we go live at 6:30, and Gingy's got to be somewhere. So,
yeah, got another pot. LJ, go to KD Collects on YouTube. I don't know if he's streaming, but keep an eye out for that. I'll be on a show real quick. So
KD Collections.
Yes, I believe. He's a cool guy. He lives like 30 minutes away from me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. I think that's him. KD Collections. I don't know. Shoot a link on X. We'll get there eventually.
Okay.
But yeah, we will be live next Sunday at 6:30 with more comic and talk and general pop culture, and maybe we'll get lucky and they'll feel generous and put that Superman book in a museum. But I highly doubt it after $9 million spent. And yeah, everybody, happy reading this week. Order the latest Rippaverse books because they're an awesome American indie company. And they're going gangbusters, man. 95,000 books sold this year alone. And fulfillment within 2-ish months, I believe. 2.5 months after you order. So yeah, thanks everybody. I'll catch you later. Roman, I'll be lurking in one of your streams at some point. I'm always lurking in there, but I just don't chit chat. I lurk in a lot of streams. Most of the time because I'm playing games. All right, man. I'll catch you later. Have a great night. Thank you all for coming in. If you did enjoy the video, enjoy the stream, hit that like, hit the sub button. Drop a comment after the video's done. These will be staying up afterwards now. And I will catch you all later. Have a great rest of your day.
We'll see you guys
Later.